Identity element. A set K is said to have an identity element I star under a commutative binary operation star on K. If the following condition hold, the condition is if for all x an element of K, there exists the identity element, which in this case is I star, also an element of K, such that the identity element operation x is equals to x operation, the identity element, which implies that it is commutative, equals to x. When this condition occurs, then this element is said to be an identity element. So in an identity element, once it operates with an element, we have the element as the answer. It's just like it is reflexive. So x, an element, operates that identity element to get that element back. So now let's take an example. For the set of integers z, determine the identity element under A, addition, and B, multiplication. So solution, let's solve A. We are going to find the identity element under addition. Now, let plus be the identity element under addition. So if this is true, then the identity element under addition plus an element that says x should give us x. That is the definition of identity element. Identity element operates an element should give us back that element. Now we're going to solve this equation. From this equation, we'll be able to get the value for the identity element. Now, if identity element plus s gives us x, if I was to simplify by taking like terms, identity element will be equals to x minus x. Since we take this s to the other side of the equation, and from here we have that the identity element under addition will be equals to 0. And that is it. The identity element under addition is 0. 0 is the identity element under addition. Now, this is very true because any number plus 0 gives us back that number. For example, 6 plus 0 is 6. 0 plus 8 is 8. So, 0 is the identity element under addition because it gives us back the value. Now let's solve for B. In B, let I times be the identity element under multiplication. Then, according to the definition, identity element under multiplication times y should give us y. The identity element times y should be y, which means that y identity element equals to y. And when we divide both sides by y cancel y over here, the identity element under multiplication is equals to 1 because y divided by y is 1. Now, is it not true that 1 is indeed the identity element under multiplication? For example, 7 times 1 is 7. 10 times 1 is 10. So we have back the value. It is the identity element. So we're able to find out the identity element of addition and multiplication. But there are other binary operations that we can find their identity element. Now consider in example 2, find the identity element of the set of real numbers arrow under the operation star defined by the relation. Now we're going to find the identity element of this relation. P operation Q is the product of P and Q divided by 3. So we're going to find the identity element of this. So to solve this, now let's I star be the identity element. Now if this is true, then according to the definition of identity element, I star operates P. I star operate P will be equals to P, because the identity element operates an element to get back that very element. So if this is true, now this operation is same as this and give us the product of both of them divided by 3. So if I were to solve this, it will be I star P, the product of them both divided by 3. So this expression here is the same as this using this relation, and this is equals to P. The identity element under star times P is equals to 3P. Then if we divide both sides by P, we have that the identity element is equals to 3, because P cancel P here and P cancel P here. So 3 is the identity element. So while solving this, the relation, all you have to do, you assume that I star, since we're dealing with star, is an identity element, and I star times an element P should give us P. Now I star times P using this relation is I star P over 3, which is equals to P, and this is the P here. Now when you solve and simplify, you end up having I star, which the identity element is equals to 3. If you want to learn more about identity element, message me on WhatsApp. I'm there to answer your questions. Meanwhile, do not forget to subscribe and share my video. Bye.